Welcome back to day 4 of the Single Malt Reviews Blind Tastings of Christmas. This one's brought to you by Campbell. Decided to come and earn his keep by being a cat on the internet. Of tremendous value, I'm sure. So, as you will know if you've been following on, the struggle, sadly, the streak is dead. The streak is dead. But that only means the streak is going to be renewed once again.
Yes.
I'm very confident. As I struggle myself with the box. Where is
day 4?
In the corner.
Lower left.
Right.
Yeah, yesterday, day 3, we were hoist upon a petard of preconception when we thought we were tasting a rum-finished Scotch whisky.
And they bloody changed the rules on us.
It was in fact a rum-finished Teeling small batch from
Take it to
Ireland.
the judge. Throw my racket at the umpire.
Teach us for believing wrongly for this calendar was entirely Scotch whisky, when it in fact says right here, delicious whiskies from around the world. So far so good. It has been a stunning lineup so far. I've enjoyed everything that's been given to us. It has been pleasant and occasionally pleasantly surprising. So what do we have this time? Where in fact is my glass? I'll be right back with a glass.
That's an extremely good question, Dave. Where have you even brought it? Had to leave the table. There it comes. Oh, it's a dark one today. That could mean one of two things.
Yeah.
And I think I know which one.
It's either old or it is coloured. Or both.
Whoop. Transfer the hat. Blop.
Yeah. We have,
Just
as always,
the hat here.
going to try to guess what we're having, then we'll compare our guesses against the reality.
Okay. So, pretty old dark. And I call that... You've heard about the colour of honesty. This is the colour of suspicion, I think. Oh, that said...
Ooh, that is quite a rich...
That's a pretty dark nose,
yeah.
What could be going on here? Alright, let's...
There's a bit of warmth underlying there. There's certainly an alcohol base there.
Thankfully, last time I was hit with an initial preconception, which can be either delicious or deadly. And last time it turned to be extremely deadly because it was the wrong country. So this time, for better or worse, I have nothing's flashed in my mind that's going to colour my tasting. So,
well, I'm confident that it's not Japanese or American or Indian.
Well, I'm going to say it's not American, it's not bourbon, but
unless America produces more than just bourbon.
It does. I don't see it finding its way into our wee box here.
I don't think that's Australian or New Zealand whiskey either.
Yeah.
The colour is off for anything from our country.
I think this is European wood.
Right.
Starting with the back to basics here. This looks. There's actually the nose on this follows through. It looks like this has just been coloured, whatever. But it actually that smell is pretty jolly dark as well. But it's not one of the typical ones. Would you? Let's eliminate some things here.
Right.
For sherry producers, I don't think this is a Glendronach.
Right.
It's not deep enough. It's not dark enough.
Without tasting, I don't want to leap to any conclusions, but I'm happy.
Well, let's taste it so we've got that information.
That's slightly ephemeral. It's a little bit hit and then it's gone.
Huh.
Oh no, there's a lingering flavour of something there. I'm thinking, this could be Glendronach or Glenglassaugh.
Hang on. Oh, it's
Let's see. Oh, yeah.
Oh, crap.
So the seeds of doubt have been planted.
Well, not the seeds. It's the seeds of. It's the reverse of doubt. It's the seeds of certainty, which is so much more deadly. Because from that grows the tree of ruin.
We've gone several layers deep and spun the top of preconception once again.
Okay. Oh crap. Oh no. All right.
What it is, though, is very tasty. I'm enjoying this a lot.
It's very tasty. It's definitely European oak.
Yeah, it was at first. It felt a bit light and a bit there, and it's gone. A bit of a one-hit wonder. But there's certainly there is some nuance. There is some depth. Need a little water to try to open things up. Not a lot of alcohol burn, so I'm thinking a relatively low ABV, 43, maybe 46.
Yeah, I'm thinking around 43. It's not 40. It's stronger than that. It might be 46, but it's within that bracket. Definitely.
That addition of water has opened up some more space ID.
I'm going to say a word just so that you're tainted with the same thing I am.
Sure.
Starward.
Interesting. Okay.
Not a given by any means, but that's
No.
what entered my brain.
I'm not getting that. Then again, I've only tried relatively few Starward
Well, we
whiskies.
tried exactly. Well, and actually,
on the
no.
show,
At expos, we've tasted more than one. We've only really sat down properly with their Nova, which was their more typical one.
Which uses Australian red wine casks, which are a bombastic flavour experience all on their own.
The flavour is trending me in that direction. The strength seems a little high.
Right.
They were something like 42 ABV, and they were a little kind of juicier, I think. So
Okay.
I'm not. It's not a 100%. We're going to dunk this one, but it's making me wonder whether this is Scottish.
Right, because my mind is telling me Glenglassaugh, which is obviously it is a dumb to hone in on something so soon. But now the idea is there. I'm thinking, is it Revival? Is it the other?
Glenglassaugh is so. It's really hard because it's so it's still a young distillery, but it's kind of coming into its own maturity now. But it just means it's so changeable because we tried the Revival 2 years apart, and one was just monumentally different and superior to the other. It just seems they're a distillery in so much flux at the moment that it's really hard to nail down.
Yeah. Well, it's safe to say I've thoroughly biffed whatever I was expecting from this. This has gone in directions that led me so riddled with doubt about what I could be trying.
So who else makes sure? I don't think it's Glenfarclas. I do not think it's Glenfarclas.
We're on a Glendronach too because of the lack of
I don't think it's deep
PX
enough.
heft and sweetness.
I don't think it's got quite the real bottom of the pool weight that the Glendronach has.
I feel there is heavy sherry cask influence.
It might be an Aberlour.
Right. Oh.
It might be Aberlour's double cask, unshore filtered.
Interesting.
But that's a real low confidence guess.
I'm not seeing a lot of cloudiness.
No, neither am I.
I've added a decent slug of water.
And just to be awful to myself and you, Starward whiskies actual
You're
filth.
getting right. Dang. Oh, I am torn.
Yeah. Oh boy. I think this is the least confident I've been.
Right.
Which has nothing to do with the accuracy of the pick, as last whiskey bore out. But this is the lowest sort of chuck at the dartboard that I've had. I'm still.
You're confident that it is a single malt? No.
Oh, it is definitely a single malt.
Okay.
That I can tell you. It's definitely a single malt. It's definitely between 40 and 46. I can say that fairly empirically.
Right.
I trust myself that far. It's beyond that where it starts to get iffy.
Okay.
Oh god, there's a bit of peat in there as well. What are they doing?
I'm not picking up any peat.
It's around the edges. Okay, I'm retracting my Starward. I think there's a bit too much complexity. That thread of peat is wrong for Starward. Leaving, God, what does it leave?
It's, something very gently peated. Maybe a blended malt. Is it a possibility?
I mean, a blended malt, all bets are off because there is you can't tell a blended malt from a blend unless you know what you're tasting or not tasting. This is excruciating. Hitting such a wide field here. That, as I add more water to that, the peat becomes more apparent.
Interesting. I've nearly run out, so if I add any water to this, it's going to just be water with a hint of flavour.
Puts a bit of peat in with whiskey and also does a significant sherry maturation. That makes me think we are dealing with Scotland because other places don't typically truck with peat.
Yeah. Well, Edredor, Tom and Tool both do peated bows. They do a distinctly heavily peated expression.
We know. This is
same with Edredor.
This is peat that's been integrated. Yeah. This is peat that's supposed to be there. It's not a peated expression. This is just a primary expression, and that actually kind of narrows it down. Ben Romick has peat in there. Otherwise, the Speyside blend because they go for a more old-fashioned kind of a thing.
I'm leaning towards this being a blended malt of some kind.
Yeah, it's possible. But you need to come up with one.
Yeah. Oh, damn it. Okay. Scotland, I'm going to narrow it down to by nation, the broadest possible categorization. And, oh, goodness. Okay, I have one sip left. I'll try that and see where the whiskey voices take me.
What are we thinking?
I'm going to pin my hopes, dreams and expectations on blended malt.
Okay, Dave's going with blended malt
Yeah.
of
All
unspecified
malt
origin.
whiskey, no single
from
location, no grain though.
This will be our first divergent pick. I'm
Yes.
going to go with a single malt from Benrummick, which is of course the Speyside. Couldn't even hazard a guess for which one it is. And like I say, this is supremely low confidence, but I think that's as far as we're going to go. So we will keep you in suspense no longer. What have we got? What have we got?
Lay it on us.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I feel dumb.
I feel even dumber because
It is indeed the Starwood, our Australian cousins.
I don't think I'm going to feel this bad this year.
It is Starwood's Solera single malt. So 43% Solera aged, one assumes, and quite likely a sherry cask.
Can I get half a point? Can we do half points?
Sure,
I
why
feel
not?
so wretched. I feel so wretched. I'm a broken man. Oh my goodness. Okay, after all of our discussion about casting away the spectres of things that flash into your mind, this just goes to show that all bets are bloody well off, because sometimes it's 100% accurate, and I'm going to go and flagellate myself for some time after this one. This could have been the pick of a bloody lifetime, and I threw it away. Starwood, how did you get peat into your whiskey? That is my question. I would have been so astute with that pick, but you threw me on the peat. I will have to see if they do deal with peated malt in some of the other ones, because I didn't think they used it at all, and if it wasn't for that thread of peat, I would have been all in on that one. Oh, it hurts. It hurts on a level. Damn. Well, all right, half point or not. At least I grasped it. I felt it. I felt it slip through your fingers, even if I lost it in the end. Oof. So deflating. All right, well, the streak lives again next episode.
Yes.
Join us then. I'm going to go and get the old rosary out and let the flagellation begin. God,
We'll see
damn
you
it.
for a 5th dram of Christmas.